Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide's online service. As I say every week, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Now is the time we take a deep breath, we quiet our bodies, and we quiet our minds, and we prepare ourselves for service. In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through my every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. Is in this very room. Oh yes, there's quite enough peace, quite enough power, and quite enough love right here in this very room. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one time I will be. Oh yes, we will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. When you live each moment in time, let it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be. Oh yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Thank you so much. And once again, welcome everyone to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide's online service. As I said in the beginning, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. Now, I know there are many people out there today who are having beautiful celebrations. Well, I want to tell you that we right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide are sending our love and blessings to you today on your special day. Now, if you or anyone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. I think I see somebody new out there today. And I know what you're asking. You're saying, what is that Interfaith Spiritual Center all about? Well, you know what? We're going to tell you that right now on What We Believe. Are you ready?
Yes.
What we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are one paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through prayer, meditation, and by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanist gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. And so it is beautiful. Thank you so much. You know what? You did a beautiful job. Thank you for joining us. Also, I want to remind you, on Wednesday night, Dr. Sharon has her Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection at 7:30 right on Facebook, on StreamYard, on YouTube, wherever you can find it. Please tune in. And this month is going to be Through the Looking Glass, our theme for this month. Also, we are now in the month of October. Can you believe this year is traveling so quickly? Well, I'm going to say our affirmation, and then if you'd like to, repeat it right after me. I see my reflection in the soul of every living thing, and I embrace the energy that link us as one. And so it is. Please join me. I see my reflection in the soul of every living thing and embrace the energy of that link us as one. Well, we got it, didn't we? Thank you so much for your kind attention. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up Dr. Sharon, who's going to do a beautiful meditation for you. Thank you so much. I will see you shortly. Bye-bye.
Good morning. And welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. And we are using it every single day of our lives, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. This is why I love our way of life, is that at every moment we are at choice. Choose thee this day whom you will serve. God, life, truth, beauty, or the ego, which in the Bible states mammon, which means the ego part of us. So this morning, as we go within to that secret place of the Most High and acknowledge our Father, Mother, God openly, what we know is that our life unfolds in miraculous ways as we go within and touch upon that seamless hem of the garment of truth. So let's take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of our feet. Breathe in the good, the true, and the beautiful, whatever you conceive that to be for you. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us consciously choose to rejoice and be glad in it. It is a gift from God. And what we make of this thing called life is our gift back to God. So breathing in and breathing out, letting go and letting God do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who heard the call and answered. Before they call, I will answer, and while they're yet speaking, I will hear. So this morning, we acknowledge that all paths that lead to God are good, yes. That there is a spirit within all humanity, and the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we acknowledge that all paths that lead to God are good. That right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers, a Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their Hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Beauty goes before us, beauty behind us. Beauty beneath us, beauty above us, beauty within us. This morning we walk the beauty path. We allow that one to go before us and prepare the way as we become a light into our own path, drawing others into our light and energy field. And what we know is that everyone and anyone who comes within our energy field is healed and uplifted in our presence. In the dawning of the spiritual sun, for a moment, all faiths became as one. The Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Jew became as one and somehow knew that mystic voice that calls to me, oh, yonder person, I am thee. We are one. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is our life right here and right now. It is nearer than our breathing. Take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of your feet. Remembering that your feet represent your understanding on the physical plane. For did not the psalmist say, with all you're getting, get understanding. For there is a spirit within man and within woman, and the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we acknowledge our oneness beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political affiliation. We are one. And as I make this declaration, and you identify in mind and heart to me, this morning we make the longest journey on the planet, the 18-inch journey from the head to the heart being the doorway to the soul. Yes, with all you're getting, get understanding. Get the sense of that oneness. Get the energy that which needs to be healed is healed. That which needs to be revealed is revealed. That which needs to be known is known. And that which needs to be released is released quickly, gently, and with grace. For eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of humanity the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest healing power in the universe. We are told if we could love enough, we would be the strongest, most powerful beings on the planet. This morning, our hearts open. We know that wherever pain seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. Wherever dis-ease seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. Wherever upset seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. God in us, God as us, God is the only truth of us. And I want to add, if there's anyone viewing this morning that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, I want you to know that you are not alone. The love of God surrounds you, the light of God enfolds you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. That wherever you are, God is. This is the truth for you and with you. We seek first the kingdom of God, and we know that all good things are added unto us, that mentally and emotionally we are in perfect peace. Our mind is stayed on thee. Our mind is stayed on what is life-giving and life-affirming. We build on that. Yes. And we know that this body is the temple of the living God, of which and through whom which we do such a good work. We bless this body temple. We acknowledge its perfection and the energy that allows us to be in the world, but of a higher spiritual vibratory frequency. Relationally, you are as close to God as I am ever going to get. And I am as close to God as you are ever going to get. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Financially, let us align this morning. God is our source, that we bless every avenue and channel in which our good flows. But the ground of being is God. Whatever we conceive our God to be, whatever name we put on our higher power, it matters not, but to acknowledge that which is in the world is the energy of life, truth, beauty, and goodness. And within us is that consciousness, that Christ consciousness. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world of conditions, the world of effects and appearances. Be of good cheer. Peace, shalom. Peace, shante. Peace, salam. Peace, pause. Peace, pax. Peace, freedom. Peace, 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 peace. And so it is. Amen. And now it is my great pleasure to invite Tricia Tyner up to the platform to share the spiritual reading. And I love our theme for the month. It's Through the Looking Glass. And as we come together this morning, we acknowledge that all of these sacred myths, all of this energy and what has gone before has a bearing on our individual lives. And this is why I love looking at the power of myth, our sacred mythology, and the opportunity that we have to embody these energies and go to the next level. So come on up, Tricia, and she's going to share our wonderful spiritual reading. And we are so very, very grateful to have you with us from Arizona this morning. So we're very, very happy about this.
Through the Looking Glass, contributed by a contributor off mind.com. The allure to these wonderful stories, I believe, is the human elements of confusion, compassion, understanding, love, and intrigue that leads us right down the rabbit hole behind Alice as she falls into the nonsensical world of Underland. The power struggles and challenges she faces along her journey seem to mirror many of life's experiences. The characters she meets along the way can seem like those we have met along our life's travels, and comparisons are often instinctive. Alice, like her predecessors before her, and those who have come after her in literature, are on a quest to go home, find normalcy, or even just a familiar face. The trip is wrought with obstacles and paving stones, with some familiarity along the way. These glimmers of hope and happenstance push us ever forward in our own journey to find what it is we are searching for.
All right, and I have a special presentation. The special presentation is the Angel Heart Award, Random Acts of Kindness, A Heart of Compassion. This certificate honors Tricia Lorraine Tyner in recognition of Random Acts of Kindness, Interfaith New Thought Spiritual Center. Dr. Sharon Stroud, founder/mother, October 3rd, 2021. So we are awarding Tricia with this wonderful Angel Heart Award for all her good works and all she does for her mother. Thank you, dear. And now it's our great pleasure to announce Prince Fleet Easton, who has something so beautiful prepared for us. Take it away, Reverend Prince.
Through the looking glass I go, risking everything for what might be. All the things I used to know when my heart was young enough to see. Through my own reflection, past my imperfection, so intimidating, no more hesitating. Why through the looking glass I go, where the world is in reverse, and the endings always start a new beginning. Through the mirror, even though things may come and they go, close my eyes and learn to believe, so I can pass through the looking glass. Here I come so clear the deck, bombs away, then look out below. I am such a nervous wreck, don't know up from down or friend from foe. Fear will make you braver, brave enough to save you. Okay, you and me. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Why through the looking glass we go, where the front is always back and the left is right and something wrong is right. Why through the mirror, even though night is day and white is black, as my crazy life approaches, critical a mess. Through the looking glass. All at once, I know where I'm going and what to do. Yes, I do. Through the looking glass I go, towards the opposite of me, where the clock towers all run counterclockwise. Why through the looking glass I go, through the nightmares in my way, through the mirror here I go. Through the looking glass I go. Through the looking glass I go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Stroud.
Good morning. And again, welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we are using it every single day of our lives. The theme, Through the Looking Glass. And I want to share from the Apostle Paul. It's one of my very favorite verses. It's, "For now I see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known." So we see through a glass darkly. And through the looking glass, remember that Alice places her hand on the looking glass and it what? Goes straight through to another reality. I see through the glass darkly, but then face to face, I know in part, which is the chronos time, the chronology, the rational mind. And then as we place our hand in the energy, in the field of all possibilities, we move into the next reality. We are initiated. We are the candidates for a higher energy field. And it's so interesting. We never really anticipate our initiations. They kind of come upon us in an amazing way. And we make the adjustment. And when we make the adjustment, we open the space to allow God to do what God does best by means of each and every one of us, which is to extend what? Is to extend the energy of who we are. And the ground of being, of course, is love. And in all this sacred mythology and the opportunity that we have to look at how does our life correlate with this? And when we acknowledge the correlation and the opportunity that we have to go to the next level, what happens is everything unlike that shows up. I see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. I know in part, but then I will know in full. Because not all is revealed, right? Not all is revealed. So when Alice places her hand on the looking glass and she moves through to this next reality, all kinds of energy shows up. All form of beings show up. And she is attempting to make sense of it. And when we attempt to make sense of it with our rational mind, our linear mind, it never works. That's the ego mind. The right brain is the energy of the soul, the right brain hemisphere. So we have the right brain hemisphere that is soulful, that opens the sensitivity, that acknowledges that there's a power for good in the universe greater than I am. I open to this power in the universe. And when things do not go my way, I make the adjustment. I adapt, just as Alice did when she is searching for the Mad Hatter, who has an endless tea party. I'm late for a very important date. That rational part of us that is always out front, powering through what needs to be, we think, powered through until the universe gets our attention and sits us down. And we place our hand on the looking glass. I see through the glass darkly, face to face. I know in part. But then I shall know in full. And when we know in full, energetically, kairos, this is spiritual time. It's from the ancient Greek, kairos, where we step into a new reality. And remember that when Geppetto was carving out a little puppet named Pinocchio, that rational part of him wanted a boy so badly that he allowed himself to carve this beautiful sculpture. And then what happened? The blue fairy came. And when the blue fairy came, she said, you have the possibility of becoming real. But what did Pinocchio do? He betrayed Geppetto. He got in with a crowd that was into destruction and empty pleasures. We're all on a life path, aren't we? And when he finds himself in the belly of the whale, he realizes how much he loves Geppetto, his father, his creator. And it's when we find ourselves in like chaos, be still and know that I am God, and that we open the space. And in that stillness comes the energy, the light, and the beauty of love. Because when Pinocchio looked up, he saw who? He saw his father. And when we open to the space to experience our Father, Mother, God, the energy, what? It heals. And this is a healing path. Science of mind, the laws of science, the opinions of philosophy, the revelation of religion applied to human need and the aspirations of every living soul. We are all subject to the human condition. We are sad. We have sorrow. We have things that come up in our lives. We grieve our losses, and then we open the space. And when we open the space, this is the opportunity to move up the spiral. Because remember, life goes not backward nor tarries with yesterday. Life is a forward expression of the soul. And that we open to the soul and the journey of this initiation. And remember that it's a life, death, and rebirth process. We die to the old. We die to who we were, and we arise triumphant and victorious. And in our way of life, we acknowledge all. We acknowledge all. Just as Alice found herself in this amazing foreign land, and with all of these beings that she never thought that she would ever meet up with, there they were in her path. And as people, places, and things come within our path, we know that we have called them in. And we have called them in to learn, to grow, and to expand. And so to be with it, to be with what is going on at the moment, what does it create? It creates an energy field of life. This is life. You know, life is interesting. Someone said once she was going to marry late in life, and her grandson said, well, you miss the messy bits. And she said, life is the messy bits, and how we move through the messy bits and come out on the other side of the messy bits to peace, to that peace that passes all understanding, the peace of God. My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You believe in God, believe also in your own Christ nature, right? That Christ consciousness, where our humanness gives way to the divine. The Christ arises triumphant and victorious. That Buddha consciousness of compassion. Buddha said, man, woman is the result of all that they have thought. And that as we open the space and to realize that we can take the energy higher, that we look through the appearance, and the appearances show up with monotonous regularity until we train our thought. And I love what Mary Baker Eddy said, stand porter at the gate of your conscious mind. Allow only those things in that are going to forward and advance yourself, others, and ultimately the planet. So as we look through the looking glass and we realize that, yes, the Mad Hatter is there. I'm late for a very important date. I have no time. That is the rational part of us. And the truth is we step out of the relative world of conditions, appearances, and effects, don't we, that show up. And when someone says, well, in the real world, the relative world is not the real world. The real world is within the eternal moment, the holy instant. The Course in Miracles states, love waits on welcome, not on time. So it's the energy of opening and welcoming this opportunity that we have to step through the looking glass, to realize that Kairos, the energy of God time, the energy of the eternal, moves with us. How many of us have found ourselves in situations where we thought, this is miraculous. I never would have dreamed of this. And it was a complete blessing in disguise. And of course, I always say, enough disguises. I just want the blessing here. But these blessings in disguise are the ones that really go within us and allow us to rise up in the energy of light, the light that penetrates the darkness. It not only penetrates the darkness, it absorbs the darkness. It not only absorbs the darkness, it illuminates the darkness. And shadows flee away forever. The crooked places are made straight. So in our daily life, which is our temple and religion, and it's really interesting, we have stuff come up. And, I'll be driving and someone will cut me off and all of that. And I'll feel like this energy, within me. And then I realize that I just need to breathe. And when I just breathe and let go and let God, there is something within me that arises that makes it all right, that I can laugh at it. And it's so interesting that as we give to life, life gives to us. Life is there for us. Someone said the universe always has your back. And when we believe that something good is going to arise out of it, it is wonderful. Now, Frank Baum, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, had a great grandson named Bob Baum. And my husband, Neil Stroud, he taught in a disadvantaged area school, English as a second language. And he taught school with Bob Baum. And Bob gave him an original copy of Alice in Wonderland, signed. And it was so wonderful that we came to this recognition that the opportunity that we have to open the space, and excuse me, it was The Wizard of Oz. And my daughter and I were in England, and we went to Alice's gift shop, and it was just magical. And there is a magical feeling about being somewhere where so much history has expanded and opened. So this morning, as we look through a glass darkly at our life, at the situations, at the sorrows, the upsets, there's also the joy. The Bible states the sins of the first and second generations are visited upon the third and fourth. But I say the joy of the first and second generations are also visited upon the third and fourth generation to pass that energy on. We are living in very interesting times, aren't we? And what I know is there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is not an oncoming train. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's the light that gives us hope and sustains us through these moments that seem very disorienting. But life being a spiral, with each new revolution of change, there's disorientation, just as Alice went through the disorientation. And we come out on the other side. And when we come out on the other side, all of these amazing characters that we've called into our energy field are some facet of ourselves. And when we recognize that they are some facet of ourselves, just as Pinocchio and the blue fairy that came in and said, you've been through your initiations, you have shown contrition, you have shown love, you have shown that you can be a real boy. To be in the world is to be real, is to have our experience, not to push down the negative experiences, but to be with them. What are they teaching us? And as we're with the negative experience, it's usually something from our past. We know that what is the past? It's a cancel check. What is the future? A promissory note. Today is cash, isn't it? This day is cash. This is the real moment. Ride the carousel. Reach for the golden ring. Never to finish, only to begin again. Life is a circular thing. And we find ourselves to know, that place where we started and to know it for the first time, as William Blake stated. And when we know it for the first time, energetically, it's a new day. It's a new opportunity. It's, hey, here's the paints. Here's the brushes. You paint paradise, and in you go. Yes, we have our disappointments, betrayals, things that come up in our lives. But the truth is to draw the larger circle and include those things that do not serve. And when we include them, we embody and integrate them into our daily life, which is our temple and our religion. So we're each looking through a glass darkly, aren't we? And then face to face. We know in part, and then we shall know fully. Just as we are known, just as the universe acknowledges our presence. And through our presence, there is power, and there is love, and there is peace. I believe that peace is possible on the planet. I believe that every loving thought makes a difference. And that as we open the space of forgiveness, as we truly let go at the deepest level, that looking through the glass darkly allows us to see our reflection face to face. That reflection is the Christ. It is the Buddha. It is the holy I am presence. It is the opportunity that we have to be in the world and not of it. And just how far down the rabbit hole do we want to go? To touch this energy, this depth within us, so that we can be all that we can be. I believe that everything can be healed. And I love what Emmett Fox said, that there is no difficulty that enough love will not heal. No chasm that enough love will not close. No door that enough love will not open. That if we could love enough, we would be the strongest, most powerful beings on the planet. So the ground of being is about loving what we do and doing what we love. And that as we move through the looking glass, this mirror image, we know the eye in which I see God is the eye in which God sees me. And in my own lonely moments, I recognize when I am alone, it's when I'm least alone, that I feel this power, this presence, the energy that opens me to the peace that passes all understanding. That peace that I choose to call God. It doesn't matter what you call God. It doesn't matter at all. Yahweh, Brahman, Father, Mother, Universal Mind. But to know that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects. So we acknowledge today that we're each moving through the looking glass, that we move from Chronos time, which is the ego time, the chronology of every day, into Kairos time, which is spiritual time, which is soul time, which is time to commune and to be in this energy, because our demands, our daily demands they're heavy at times, but to just let it go and to realize this too shall pass. There was a great monarch, and he brought all his wise viziers in, and he gave them a gold ring. And he said, I want you to go out and have something engraved in it that will sustain me through good times and bad times, and then bring it back to me. And so all of these wise men went out, and they had a week to do this in, and a week elapsed, and the Grand Vizier laid forth the ring and the engraving inside. And so the great monarch looked inside the ring, and engraved in the ring was, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And what that means is that all of our glorious moments, of course they pass. All of our sorrowful moments, of course they pass. And we come to the present moment, the eternal moment where we live and move and have our being. So on this morning, we allow the blue fairy to come in and say, you are real. We allow the energy of consciousness to come in and say, through all these experiences, I get it. My daily life is my temple and my religion. And all that I have called in to this amazing Jabby Walker world is part of my own consciousness. And I integrate it so I can be in the world, but of a higher spiritual vibratory frequency. He drew a circle that shut me out. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle that took him in. And through that circle of life, it's ever expanding into ever widening circles toward infinity. So this morning, I acknowledge that we're all on our path and that we are all going somewhere. And where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Because I am in a high place and I will not come down. None of these outer things going on move me. I am in a high place and I will not come down. I say namaste. The divinity within me salutes the divinity within you. And the divinity within you salutes the divinity within me. And if I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Namaste. I say shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, everyone. And so it is. It's been a joy to be with you this morning. I now pass the lectern on to our wonderful Reverend Prince Fleet Easton, who has something so wonderful planned for us. Thank you. Thank you.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you that there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. For the morning sun in all its glory greets the day with hope and comfort too. You fill my life with laughter, somehow you make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. You fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. And there's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun, oh, like the sun. And at the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one, oh, to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? That there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, yes. Have I told you lately that I love you? We love you right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. And now is the time Dr. Sharon's going to come up and take our offering.
Thank you. This is our time of giving and receiving. And you know what? I was just thinking this morning, isn't it amazing that on March 2020, we went from our house of worship, which was the Lieberman Chapel in Palm Springs, California, and went online. And it's really interesting. Many of you have told me that you've got big screens and you just put it up on YouTube and you're like right there with us. And others have complained to me that they liked being together and they really missed that. But the truth is, we watch all our favorite programs on our televisions. And to watch something inspirational that is going to change the quality of our life. And remember, our message is a message of universal love and oneness. And I believe that this is a message that's going to what? It's going to absolutely move the energy And as we move the energy, we tip the scales in favor of spirituality and world peace, don't we? So those of you who have been sending in your tithes, your love offerings, your special gifts, I want to thank you, because our doors are open because of you. We have a beautiful interfaith angel, and he was here yesterday. We are so grateful that we can continue this universal message. And you help that. And as you support us, we support you spiritually. So I want to add again, if you have prayer requests, please post them. We always love to know where you're viewing from. And please share our message, this universal message of love, light, truth, beauty, and aliveness. So please repeat after me. I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
In giving to God, I give to myself.
In giving to God, I give to myself.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
And so it is.
And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And we always get our hands together like this. And what we are doing is we're activating all 5 key areas of the universe: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. And we're saying, thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the generosity demonstrated on this glorious Sunday. We receive these gifts pressed down, shaken together, and flowing over into every area of our life. For we know the same opening we give through is the same opening we receive through. Thank you that we have a purpose larger than ourselves. And so it is. And what I know is that we are never going to outgive God, are we? And so when we keep track of what we've given, we're told that the gift becomes unclean. But when we give out of unconditional love, as Dr. Holmes said, we don't give to make God feel better. We give to deepen, broaden, and expand the life of the giver. We have a purpose larger than ourselves, and that does make all the difference. And now our beautiful Reverend Prince Fleet will close us with our anthem, Shower the People with Love. And it looks like he has Miss Minnie here to help him. So I'm turning the platform over to Prince Fleet.
Minnie was taking a little nap, so I had to get her up and get her all fixed up. See how pretty she looks now? Are you ready? Are you ready now? Are you awake? All right, are you ready to sing? Are you all warmed up? Here we go. Why, you can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you gonna stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. You know one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and Minnie, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What we mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Are you ready to take your part now? Here we go.
You can't run, but you can't hide. This is why we know.
Oh, you're doing really good. Well, what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself, all alone? You know what you tell somebody, the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease.
I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel.
Oh, you're so good.
Always getting the grease.
So we're gonna shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What we mean to say is shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Ooh. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Just shower the people with love that you love. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain, rain love and kisses. Make it rain, rain love and lots of liquors. Oh, hell, well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide online service. Did we have a good time today, Minnie?
We sure did.
Well, you know what? We're going to wish everybody a beautiful, blessed day, and we would love to see you back here next week, same time. Also, I want to remind you on Wednesday night, Dr. Sharon's Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection at 7:30 through the Looking Glass. So please join her. Well, are we ready to say goodbye to everyone?
We sure
are. Okay, here we go. We're going to give big kisses. Here we go. Mwah! Wonderful. Once again, thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Now go out and have a fabulous day and know that you are loved right here and with kisses too. Bye-bye.